Hello, my name is Jilin Shang, and you can call me Leah. I'm going to brief through my final work of Technical Effects course. The effect I chose is a tornado over the ocean. I think it is really cool and really can show both the dangerous and amazing part of the ocean. Here are some reference video I found. One thing need to bear in mind is the tornado is different from the waterspout. Waterspout form in fair weather, which form a spin disk on the water first, then the force drag down clouds and connect in the middle, while tornado is forming with more severe weather, spin down directly from the cloud, and move faster. Here I made a short animation to show the forming process of ocean tornadoes. Here are more references in the film. In the film, they form their tornadoes using Houdini. Because Houdini is the best software to do simulation related to natural elements, such as the actions of peril, fluid, and wind. Then it's time to work. I put all my references together and try to analyze the structure of tornado. It contains with three parts. 1. The cloud. 2. Tornado spins itself. 3. The water spray it makes on the ocean surface. The spray is shaped like a tunnel, a spinning tunnel, and moving forward. To make that, the first golden rule is avoid massive calculations, because I don't have immortal time. At first, no, I actually not following that. I did do the simulation of clouds and ocean surface, but after lots of crash, I gave it up because the viewpoint is far away. So I can just use pyro simulation to fake the water sprays of the ocean surface and the steam from the cloud. Now the question is how to do a tornado. After learning, I found two basic methods. One is using axis force. Two is using swirl to force that. But what I want to do is actually axis force spinning on the swirl. I achieved that using a warp pop. Here is a demo of the final spin. There contains two parts. One is the grid to fake the cloud. I use the scatter node switching it to particles. Two is the line to generate the spin. This pop network is the core to the whole simulation, and this pop warp is the core of the core. At first, I didn't use that. Instead, I use a pop force and a pop axis force to form a very simple straight spin. The outcome isn't good. A pop warp can extract information I want from specific source. The line is the source. I use function to let it transform in circle frame by frame. Then I use other two functions to let it bend and swirl by frame, then blast out the point attached to the grid. Now let's dig into the pop warp. This pop warp is actually doing two things. The first one is attract particulars around the point. Then the second one is let them rotate downwards the line. To reach the first goal, I use point cloud open and filter it to get the position and tangent information of the line. Then I use a cross panel to cross tangents and to position information together and normalize it as a rotational information. Finally, I add rotation and movement together. Now the particles move and spin toward this line. I use pop force node to give it slightly roughness. I use pop axis force to let it swirl longer. Now the particle part is done. The only thing left to do is to add a billowy smoke on it, which will automatically create density and noise and rasterize it. The three simulations I made all based on this tool, but the generated method of them is totally different, such as the spray part. First, I tried only assigned a billowy smoke and pop axis force on it, but the result is not satisfied. The smoke will flow up without guidance. What I expect is to let the smoke rotate towards single direction. It should flow up in order and decay when it goes too far. So I tried another method. The idea is to set spray as a fixed density, then using an exterior velocity to enforce it. So I keep the density of this torus. Give it a billowy smoke as usual. But this time I will not give it velocity, but just animate the noise. Instead, there is an object only has velocity. Other parameters is deleted by the attribute delete node. Two attribute is merged in a dot network. Now I can adjust effects easily. But once I did this, if density goes too far, it will finally lose the guidance from velocity. This will randomize the outcome, so I need to extend the guide area. This time using an attribute warp to catch the point position and bind it with the original velocity. I use time shift to frame the velocity as I want. I can check this with volume trail. Now with the new volume of velocity, density can be enforced correctly. Then I made a mist around the sprays by simply use an axis force and billowy smoke. I also try to assign that under cloud. Then I realized a good backplate can fake that. Also, it won't show any new method and not good enough. Finally, I need to adjust the color. It is also an important step to get the realistic effect. I study again my reference. Color of tornado is always same with the cloud it locate. I gave my scene a skylight from proper angle, render it and adjust the color in Nuke. I reach out for feedback. The feedback shows that my sprays appears too early, so I shift it backward. And yes, that's it. This is my final work. About the reflection, first, I think I'm good. Before I did this project, I was completely a rookie to Houdini, to technical effects, and also video clipping. It's really a tough task for me, but I complete, so I'm satisfied with this outcome. Then to do a realistic effect, I need to find reference and watch it again and again. It is important to make sure I'm not lost in the virtual world. Then, for a rookie like me, always find help. After all, Houdini is a really hard software, so certainly me as a student cannot do better than them. Always learning and always to back up. Houdini like to crush under my eyes without any sign. And last, find the easiest way to solve the problem. There are many keys to the door, so I should try every of them. That's all about my work. Thank you for listening.